Dear student, welcome back to my channel Math from Basic. We are solving exercise 1A. It's question number 5. Dear student, let us read the question and understand it. The sum of squares of two positive whole number. We have two positive whole numbers. For example, one is P and other is Q. The sum, we have to add them. Sum mean add of squares. Square means their square. If P is a number, then its square will be P square, and Q is an other number and its square will be Q square. Sum of the squares of two positive whole number, it means that square of P and square of Q should be added. So P square plus Q square whole number is 794. He is telling us that their value is 794. It means that if we say square of P and square of Q, it will be P square plus Q square is equal to 794. If one of the number is 13, if P is let's say if P is 13, find the other, then we have to find the Q number. Let us solve it. Let the numbers are P and Q. Let the numbers are P and Q. Now, according to the condition of the question, the sum of the square of two positive number, it means that square of first number, square of first number means P square, and same square of second number is Q square. Now in the question he is telling us that sum of the square, sum mean add, it mean addition sign, you have to add them. According to the statement of the question, he is saying us that sum of the square of two positive number, so we have to add these P square plus Q square is equal to 794. So we have added the square of the numbers and it makes 794 as the question is saying us. Now further he is telling us that if one of the number from P or Q, any one number is 13, then we have to find next number. It means that we can say let P is 13. As in the question he is asking that any of the number is 13, we can call it P number or Q number. So I have given 13 to P. You can give it to Q. You can also say that Q is equal to 13. Then we have to find the next number. Now let us solve it. As we know that P square plus Q square is equal to 794, and we also know that P is 13. It means that we can write here 13 square, because P is squared, so 13 square plus Q square is equal to 794. And now you know that 13 square is equal to what? We can find 13 square is equal to 13 multiplied by 13. It means that you will multiply 13 by 13. So let us multiply it. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3, 1 3s are 3, 1 1s are 1. 9 here, you will add these 9 here, 3 plus 3 makes 6, 1 here, 169. So our answer of 13 square is 169. Now you will write for 13 square what 13 square has become equal to 169. So you will write here 169 plus q square is equal to 794. As you see here that 169 is being added to q square, so it will be subtracted on the other side when you carry it on the other side. Here 169 is of positive sign, it is positive number. You will write it as negative on the other side when you will cross the equal sign, because I am taking it here and crossing the equal sign, its positive sign has become negative sign. Now you will write it negative 169. Now because it is positive and it is negative, we have to subtract these. So let us subtract 794 minus 169. Subtract it. From 4 you can't remove 9, so you will get carry from here, it will become 8, and you will write here 14 in smaller size. So 14, from 14 you will remove 9 and you will get 5. When you will subtract 9 from 14, you will get 5. From 8 subtract 6. After removing 6 from 8, you will get 2, and 7 is as such. From 7 remove 1, you will get 6. So it has become 625. You will write here 625. But we have to find the whole number, so you will also remove the square of this number. To remove the square of this number, you will take under root on both sides. So q square is equal to 625. You will write under root sign here, as well as you will write under root sign here, so that you can remove square of q. You know that to solve the square root, you have to take its prime factor, as well as you can take under root directly, but you know the prime factor well, so I will try the method of prime factorization here to find the square root of this number. So write here 625 and find its prime factors. You know that it can be divided by 5 only. If you try 2, you will get remainder. 3, you will also get remainder. 4 will also give you remainder, but 5 can exactly divide 625. So divide 625 by 5 here. 625 divide by 5. 5 1 time 5 here. Remove 5 from 6, you will get 1, and carry 2 here. 12. 5 2s are 10. 10 here. After subtraction, you will get 2 here, because when you will remove 0 from 2, you will get 2, and you will carry next number here 5. Now 5 5s are 25. You will get 125 as the answer, and the remainder is 0. Your remainder should be 0. Then you can write in prime factorization. Now after dividing 625 by 5, you get 125. So you will write here 125, because you have divided 625 by 5. The answer will be written here. Now you see that you can divide it further by 5 again. Now 125 when divided by 5, you will get 5 2s are 10. 10 here. You will read the table until you get 12 or less than 12. So 10 here. From 2 remove 0, you will get 2, and 5 will be taken as such. So 5 25 to get 25, you will read the table 5 of 5 until you get 25. So 5 5s are 25. The remainder is 0 now. Now you will write here answer 25. Now you see that 25 can also be divided by 5 because it occurs in the table of 5. So 5 5s are 25. Write 5 here. Now 5 here. Again divided 5 by 5, you will get 1 as answer. So all these are prime factors of 625. So write these prime factor here to find the under root. These are 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. 4 times 5 is there because you have to find the square root. So you will change these to square root. Change these in square parts. These two 5 will make 5 square, and these two 5 will also make 5 square, and also square root sign will be there. Now these square number will remove their under root because of 5 square multiplied by 5 square. After removing this under root sign, you will get 1 over 2 here because under root sign mean 1 over 2, and this square root will remain as such. You can also cut out this square root by this square by square root. As this has changed 1 over 2, in the same way you will change it this sign into 1 over 2. You should know that square root mean this sign mean 1 over 2, and if there is 2 here, you will also call it 1 over 2. If there is 3, you will write here it 1 over 3. If there is 4, you will write 1 over 4. In this way, you should understand that these signs mean 1 over 2, 1 over 2, 1 over 3 or 1 over 4. So remove this sign as well and square here, and due to this sign you can write here 1 over 2 as power because under root is as power. So you will write here q's power 2 multiplied by 1 over 2, and from here this 1 over 2 is both of these 5 squared. So you can write here 5 square multiplied by this 1 over 2 has been given to this part. Now this multiplication sign is here, and this 5 square is here, and it has also get 1 over 2. So you will write here 1 over 2. Now dear student, you will cancel out this 2 by this 2, and in the same way 2 when divided by 2 will get 1. So you can cancel these 2 can be cancelled with each other. So you will get q raised to power 1, and it means that q 5 raised to power 1 means 5, and this 5 raised to power 1 it also means 5 because raised to power 1 shows that it is the same number. You can say that 5 raised to power 1 is equal to 5. So we see here that these two 5 will be multiplied with each other. 5 5s are 25. So our second number q is 25, as they have told us that one number was p is equal to 13, this one, and now q has we have get q as 25. Dear students, so the required whole numbers are P is equal to 13 and Q is equal to 25. I think you are understanding me. If you are understanding, then you should also tell to your students, your fellows, and like the video. Thanks.